These pretty formations are not just stains on a rock, but are alive. They are species of lichen, a curious organism that is found everywhere. Lichen puts down footings, is slow-growing, and clings mightily to its substrate. Like all organisms, it is composed of millions of parts that are held together by biological forces. If these forces were not in play, there would not be the defined entity that we see. Though we cannot see the internal workings, we can imagine. Connections made and unmade. Structural materials moving from suppliers to consumers. Energy being harvested by one system and then disseminated to others. This beehive of activity, millions of interactions a second, is the essence of life, of an organism. Here is a similar organism. Like lichen, there is a ubiquitous exchange of matter, energy, and information. Connections made and unmade. Structural materials moving from supplier to consumer. Energy harvested by one system and then disseminated to another. This organism also puts down footings, is slow-growing and clings mightily to its substrate, and has a shape that is evident of the forces that bind the various elements into the whole. Here too, if these forces were not in play, there would not be the defined entity that we see. But this is not lichen. This particular specimen is known as Kigali, Rwanda, a thriving metropolis in Africa. At issue here is a question of perspectives. From the human perspective, Kigali is not an organism. It is a construct created by humans for human purpose. But as we see Kigali growing over decades and look at it from a science perspective, we see an organism. That is, a complex structure composed of interdependent elements. Without doubt, you are intimately familiar and accepting of the former perspective. In this series, I will show you a different point of view.